Hello, fellow handbag lovers. If you are new here, my name is Rachel. This is my YouTube channel, Rachel Went Shopping. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. In today's video, I want to give you a sneak peek into my handbag collection, starting with some of my most coveted pieces, the Pochette Accessoires. I'm going to show you all 9 of my bags and tell you a little bit about them, as well as what they originally retailed for and what they are worth today. I have a lot of very unique pieces, so if that sounds interesting to you, then you're gonna want to keep watching. All right, so I know you guys really want to see a full collection video, and I promise you that one is coming. The problem is that I am a crazy perfectionist, and I really want my whole handbag shoe wall to be done before I shoot the full collection video. So that is why it's taking me so long. It's just taking me forever to organize fully, and I want to do like the perfect full collection video. So I figured I would give you a little bit of a teaser today, starting off with one of the most popular styles, which is the Pochette Accessoire. Now, why is this one of the most popular styles? If you've watched my What's the Cheapest Bag at 𝒐𝓐 video, you will know that the Pochette Accessoire bag is considered one of the most affordable handbag options at Louis Vuitton. On the Louis Vuitton website, it does fall both under the handbag section and the small other goods section. So it's safe to say that Louis Vuitton considers it a bag. This bag recently had quite a big price increase. If you've watched my video on Louis Vuitton prices over time, you will see that this bag cost $165 in 1991. In the most recent price increase, this bag went up to $1,290, which is a lot of money for such a small canvas bag. Now, previously I would have told you this is one of my favorite bags. Well, it's still one of my favorite bags, especially in special edition and collaboration versions. But today it is very difficult for me to tell you that $1,290 for a plain canvas bag is worth the price. I do, however, think this bag is very functional, easy to use. It's perfect for a going out to dinner bag. It's perfect to put some things in and shove in a bigger tote bag. It has a lot of use cases. At a more affordable price, this would have been one of my favorite bags. Today, it is hard to spend that much money for it, but if you love this bag, I would highly suggest looking at one of the older collaboration versions of this bag. I'm gonna show you all the versions that I have today, and something might catch your eye and you might be more willing to spend money on one of those versions than the plain monogram version today. So let's talk about collaborations. Louis Vuitton has a history of doing collaborations, which really started with Marc Jacobs. However, the first standout collaboration that I can think of that the brand did was in 1996, 1 year prior to Marc Jacobs joining. They actually invited 7 designers to play and reinterpret the Louis Vuitton monogram in honor of their centennial anniversary. That included Vivienne Westwood, Ezedina Laya, Helmut Lang, Isaac Mizrahi. A bunch of cool pieces came out of that collaboration, but they were one-off items, not full collaboration collections with each designer. Marc Jacobs then joined Louis Vuitton in 1997, and the first big collaboration that he put out with the brand was in 2001, and subsequently from there, he worked with many artists and released many collaborations at Louis Vuitton, one of which was Takashi Murakami. So I will tell you that the Takashi Murakami pieces are some of my absolute favorite to collect. I think he brings so much fun, happiness, and joy to these pieces that really make them unique. You really feel like you're carrying a piece of artwork in addition to carrying a handbag. I view all my handbags as pieces of fashion history and art, but to me, the Takashi Murakami pieces really stand out. So you will notice that 95% of the bags that I'm going to show you today are Takashi Murakami pieces. At the end of the video, I will also tell you which bags that I don't currently have in my Pochette Accessoires collection that I still want to add in the future. So I'm going to go in order of when the bag was released at Louis Vuitton. So the first pochette in my collection is from 2001. For the spring 2001 runway collection, 4 years into Marc Jacobs' tenure at Louis Vuitton, he did the unthinkable, which was invite a collaborator to come in and mess with the logo, basically. It was the one thing that Marc Jacobs has said in the press that was forbidden, so of course he wanted to change it. He invited designer Steven Sprouse to come in and do a collaboration with the house. Steven Sprouse did have his own fashion collection. He deserves a whole separate video, which I will do one day, but he really started in the fashion industry as Halston's assistant, and he was very big in the art world, in the, you know, punk street scene, and graffiti was a big part of that scene at the time, and that is something that he wanted to bring to Louis Vuitton in this collaboration. So this is the only piece that I have in my collection from the Steven Sprouse collaboration, which again launched in 2001. Unfortunately, Steven Sprouse did pass away in 2004, and then Marc Jacobs at Louis Vuitton did a more commemorative collection remembering Steven Sprouse. In the original collection, this particular pochette came in 3 colorways: the peach graffiti, white graffiti, as well as a green, like olive green graffiti. I will put all of the style numbers up on the screen for you, as well as some pictures, so that if you're interested in looking for any of these pieces, you could go on eBay or Google and search the style number and try to find the exact piece that you're interested in. Okay, I'm going to put on some white cotton gloves, not because I'm a snob, but because my nails are absolutely embarrassing and I want you to be able to see the product up close in zoom in shots. So this bag, I do not know the original retail price because I could not find it in any journalism or catalogs that I own, but I would predict that this retailed for somewhere around $250. That is based off of knowing that the basic monogram one retailed for $165 and it retailed for $230 in 2004. So the collaboration pieces always cost more than the standard monogram pieces. So I'm just going to guesstimate it at $250. If you know the original price, if you purchased this in 2001, please tell me down below in the comments. I love that kind of information. So you will see that this looks like a one color screen print. And the cool thing about the original 2001 collection is that it doesn't just say Louis Vuitton across it. It also says the name of the item on the bottom. So you'll see there it says Pochette Accessoires. Super cool. When they reinterpreted this collection, they did not include the name of the item. So if you bought this in 2001 in a Speedy, it will say Speedy somewhere, which I think is just a really cool design element. Everything else about it is pretty much the same. You have this removable strap that clips on the side here, and then your stamp over here with a D-ring, and then the interior of this bag, which I keep acid-free tissue paper in all of my bags, was the standard canvas material. So my version here has a nice honey patina. It was made in France. I did purchase this bag secondhand. The date code is in the interior of the bag right there. So this bag was made in May 2001. I believe I paid around $700 for this bag at the time that I bought it. And today I would put market value at around $1,000. You can definitely see them upwards of, I believe the Real Real has them for like $12.95. I think a fair price for this bag though is around $1,000 or slightly under that. Now, of course, keep in mind that if you were to buy the monogram version of this bag at retail, it is $12.90. I would spend $1,300 on this bag before I would buy the basic monogram one today. One complaint that people have about the pochette bags is you can see the dropout at the bottom there over time. It personally doesn't bother me. It's a bag, and if you stuff it full, it'll expand it anyways. Tell me what your favorite colorway is of this original 2001 Sprouse collection. I hope to add the other 2 colors to my collection someday if I can find them for really good prices. So next, let's jump into the world of Takashi Murakami. This collection was the longest running in Louis Vuitton history, running from the Spring/Summer 2003 collection to July 2015 when it was finally pulled from stores. Marc Jacobs discovered Takashi Murakami during an exhibition of his work in Paris in 2002. And he immediately knew that he wanted to work with the artist. Takashi Murakami was actually already pretty popular throughout the world, however, much more popular in Asia than he was in the US, and the collaboration with Louis Vuitton really made him much more of a well-known name in the US. So the first collection that they released together was Spring/Summer 2003, which had the cherry blossom print. This features the monogram canvas pattern printed with Japan's famous cherry blossom flowers. Flowers show smiling animated faces. It comes in 3 colorways, which are the brown, the pink, and the white, or cream, whatever you want to call it. The line was available for a very short period of time in 2003. So Murakami actually started using the motif of flowers back in 1995, soon after moving to New York. Flowers were actually his way of finding relief from homesickness. They were about joy breaking through sadness. They also connected him to his artistic roots. Flowers are very important in Japan. The flower print really became iconic upon the release in this Louis Vuitton collaboration collection, paying homage to Japan's sakura blossoms that begin to bloom as early as January. So I have been able to collect this pochette accessoire in all 3 colorways. We have the brown monogram, the pink monogram, and the cream monogram. These 3 were the only 3 colorways that were ever released in this pochette accessoire style as part of this collaboration. I wasn't able to find hard fact on the original retail price, but I did find a good note on it, and I believe these retailed for around $465 when they originally came out. You will see that these have a little bit more detail to them because they have the addition of the studding, and then you've got the leather vachetta bow, and then you've also got the studding on the strap here. And then as part of the screen print, I don't have the original booklet for this that tells you exactly how many colors are in this print. Visually, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I don't know the full count. The silk screening that goes into the Murakami pieces definitely adds to the price, as well as the additional hardware and the additional leather used on these pieces. So I paid about $600 for the cherry blossom bag. What I will tell you is that all of my pochette accessoires have been purchased secondhand from many different retailers. I need to make a whole different video about buying secondhand, but I prefer things to be in the best possible condition. So over the years, I have actually purchased 3 versions of these. If you follow me on Instagram, there is a picture of them. I'll put it up on the screen of all 3 versions of the bag, and I paid very good prices for them. I chose which one I liked the best, and then I sold the other ones for a profit. So if I see a piece for a good price that I think is in better condition than what I might own, I am willing to purchase them, see them in person, and then resell them as long as I know that I won't lose money. So for these pieces, something that not everybody knows, I guess, is that the placement of the cherry blossoms is actually unique for every bag. So you'll see on mine here, I've got 3 big ones here. And like I've said, I've purchased at least 3 variations of this bag. This is the one I decided to keep. The back though is super cute too, because you've got all the little guys and then a bunch of petals. So every single bag of these pieces is 100% unique because the placement of the flowers is always different. If you look at this one, you'll see you've got a medium and a small and a bunch of petals. I just love this sakura pink monogram. It is so beautiful. And then on this one, you've got a nice little cluster of flowers down at the bottom here. And then there is the back. Out of all of these, my pink one is my absolute favorite. You guys may recognize this from the movie Mean Girls. Regina George actually was wearing this bag in that movie, but hers was fake. Interestingly enough, I'll put a picture up on the screen. This is definitely my favorite of the three. It's also the best condition of the three. This one is my second favorite. It would be hard for me to ever part with either of these. This one is also in really good condition. This one is my least favorite, but it's also the rarest, and it was the most difficult to track down. It is my least favorite only because it is in the worst condition. It has a very even honey patina. The bag itself is a little sticky. I really need to clean this one. I never got around to it because honestly, when I go to reach for these, I always reach for the pink or the brown one. But my collector mentality really wanted to own all of these. So I am on the hunt for one of these in a better condition. And if I do find one, then I will let this one go in replace of it. All three of these are made in France. There you go. The interior of these bags is actually in the 𝒢𝓈 microfiber material. And for this material, sometimes the date codes can disappear a little, but these are much easier to see. This one was made in May 2003. Also, 𝒢𝓈 lining, and this one was made in March of 2003. And then last but not least, this one, also 𝒢𝓈 lining, was made in March of 2003 as well. So that is my Cherry Blossom Pochette Accessoires collection. So like I mentioned, the Cherry Blossom pieces, I'll put the style numbers up on the screen for you guys. I believe those retailed for around $465 when they originally came out. Today, they're usually priced anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500. Personally, I think the fair market value is between $1,000 and $1,200 if you are on the hunt for those bags. I love the cherry blossoms. These are my Murakami cherry blossom earrings. Now let's talk about my standard multicolor pochettes, which are right here in the white and the black. So we originally saw multicolor pieces walk in the 2003 collection. However, they did feature the jellyfish eye motif. We then saw the expansion of the multicolor collection without the jellyfish eye motif into a plethora of pieces, two of which were the Pochette Accessoires, one in the blanc or white and one in the noir or black. So the multicolor collection is actually made up of 33 different colors. These bags also feature the addition of the studding on the front and the back, as well as on the strap. You can look up the patterns of the colors and then try to find one in like your favorite version of it. I love this white one because it has the pink front and center, which of course pink is my favorite color. So on this side, you've got this like chartreusey yellow green color, then the pink, then the purple. And on this side, you've got the blue story, which is the darker navy blue, the lime green, and then this bright blue. And then on my black one, I've got purple in the middle here, followed by pink and that chartreuse color. And on the back, I've got the bright blue in the middle, the lime green, and the darker blue. So two unique pieces. Again, this is one that I don't have the retail for. However, I do know that this piece retailed for $380 when it originally launched. So I'm guessing that these, with the addition of the hardware, were somewhere around the $500 range. So these ones feature a red 𝒢𝓈 interior. It is from December 2003, and I got this bag for a very good deal. I think I paid $500 for this one. It's in really good shape. It has a nice even honey patina. It is made in France. This one has a beige 𝒢𝓈 lining. This one is from October 2003. Not sure if you can see it, but the heat stamp is also imprinted on the microfiber lining in there. Very difficult for me to pick a favorite of these two. I really love both versions of this. I really love the white multicolor here with the 33 colors versus if you've watched my least used bags video, I don't love the white Game On multicolor as much, but this collection, the white just really pops for me. I estimate these to have been around $500 retail when they originally came out, because of the added hardware and the additional screen printing process, because of all the colors. I believe that fair market value for these today has come down a little. I would put it at around $1,000, but you will see these priced anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500. And I will put the style numbers up on the screen if you are on the hunt. All right, these next two might be my two favorites. Jumping to 2004. This one I think is my favorite pochette that I own, and that is the Panda pochette. Oh my gosh, it's so freaking adorable. Look at Mr. Panda. He is so cute. So this bag released between 2004 and 2005. It's hard to track down the exact history of it. My understanding is that this first released exclusively in Japan, and then it did eventually make its way over to the US, I'm assuming based on demand. So I believe it released in Japan in 2004 and then made its way over to the US in 2005. So Murakami actually released a 5-minute animation promoting the Louis Vuitton Murakami collaboration in 2004. It was called the Super Flat Monogram, and I do believe that this collection sort of coincided with that animated video because the panda was featured in the video. It is super adorable. I will link the Super Flat Monogram animation down below in the description so you can watch it. I'll put some clips up on the screen, but there is this adorable panda. You'll see that there are a lot of colors used. So many intricacies because you have all the colors in the ears and then even all the colors in the eyes. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors in that eye alone. 1, 2, 3 colors in that eye. And then all the colors down the sides there. And then in the arms, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors in these tiny little feet. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are a ton of colors on this. I don't have the booklet for this one. I am dying to know exactly how many colors it is. I have to find it. But I just think, again, the intricacy to silk screen all of the individual colors on top of each other with precision to put this guy together is actually a tedious process. It's also a very unique process. In my opinion, this is the rarest piece in my collection. One of the best parts I have to show you is his butt on the back of the bag. So there it is, the front and the back of Mr. Panda, and you see his little tail. I just think this bag is adorable. It's also in immaculate condition. Pretty sure it's never been used. This is the most expensive one that I've bought resale. I want to say I actually paid like $1,200 for this bag, but it was worth every penny because it is super rare and it is my favorite piece in my Pochette Accessoires collection. So this bag is also made in France, and the interior is the canvas material, and the date code is over here, and it says that it was made in September of 2004. So I was able to find an old Purse Forum article that did give the exact price of the Panda pochette, which was $345 at the time. I believe the article was published in 2005. So today, I think this bag is worth around $1,500, especially the condition that mine's in. It's probably worth more. These were going for like $2,000. I think that Murakami as a whole has come down right now. Like it kind of had like a moment and it's trickling down, but it's not going back to where it used to. I think you can get some good deals right now. I would put market value at around $1,400, $1,500. If you can find a good one in that condition, I would go for it. Launched in 2005, the Cerise collection, or cherries in French, was a limited edition collection shown for the spring summer 2005 show. The iconic monogram canvas was updated with a cherry print. So this is my cherry pochette, which is one of my best condition pieces. You'll see it has no water staining, a very even, barely any patina. It's really in perfect condition. Look at that stamp there. So nice. One of the features that I love on this bag is the red stitching, which is super cool. And then of course the iconic cherry print with the 2 stems and the leaf. Both of the cherries are smiling because they're very happy. To achieve the cherry print actually involves a complex technical process. So to obtain the outline of the cherry, Louis Vuitton at the time used the latest innovations in silkscreen printing for the most precise definition. The stalk, the eyes, the brilliance. There are more than 15 different pigments used to obtain the bright colors with precision. The gradation of the colors requires a technique inherent from the ceramics industry that has never before been used in leather goods. You see this extremely sharp graphic, which results from the intricate multi-layering of the colors. It also makes each of these individual pieces one of a kind. So when you buy these collection pieces, you get a little book that tells you a little bit about the items and how to care for them. So that's just a little snippet on the actual technical process. But you'll see on the cherry blossoms, the image is a little flatter. When you get to this cherry collection, there's a lot more dimension to the cherries themselves. And like I said, there are actually 15 colors in this print. So they each get layered on top of each other to make this precise image, which is super cool. You'll notice that the stalk here is more blue and the stalk here is more green. And then you see the gradation, as I mentioned, which comes from a ceramics technique from dark to light here. And then same with the cherries, you have this rich red down here that gets lighter as it goes up. Within the cherry collection, there were a few varying cherry prints. So this one has the leaf, but on my other piece and like on the keep ball, so I have the sac plat as well, you'll see that there are 2 different faces. So this guy is like, oh my goodness, and this guy is like happy. And they are very different when you compare them. This one does not have the leaf, and you see how this one, the blue stalk, is way more noticeable. On this one, this stalk is a little bluer, but it's not as noticeable as on the pochette. And again, I could talk about this stuff all day. I need to do a separate cherry collection video. Part of the reason why this is one of my favorite pieces is just because I love anything fruit. If a designer releases something with fruit, I have to have it. This is definitely top 2 for me. If you were going to invest $1,290 in the basic monogram bag, you might as well buy this one, because then you can flip it around if you want it to be basic monogram. I just love this piece so much. The interior of this bag is the brown canvas material. So there is a date code over in the corner there, and this bag was made in February 2005. You will see mine has some of the mouth coming off there. Other than that, this one is in incredible condition, and I think I paid around $600 for this. So I would price this one very similar to the Panda one, which was at $345. It released a year later. It's a single design, but it does have a lot of colors. I'm gonna guesstimate that it was around $345. I couldn't find the original price, but if you know it, please comment it down below. I would put current market value of this bag at between $1,000 to $1,400 on the high end, but I see a lot of them priced around $1,200. If you can find this for $1,000 though, I think that's a really good deal for it. The Cerises collection also came with an exclusive red dust bag for each piece. So these are also, you know, collector's items if you can find them to go with each of the cherry pieces. This is the only collection that had the red dust bags. Last but not least, this is the 9th bag in my Pochette Accessoires collection, and that is the Cosmic Blossom Pochette. So the Cosmic Blossom was part of the Spring Summer 2010 collection. This features the Cosmic Flower in bold and bright handbags. It also came in ready-to-wear items and accessories. It launched on April 15th, 2010, and I was able to confirm that this bag retailed for $550. It is made of this like vinyl patent leather type material. I don't know if it is real leather or not. This is definitely patent leather. this might be vinyl. It came in 3 colorways: pink, purple, and blue. So far I only own the pink. This is probably my least favorite of all my pochettes, and it's probably just because it's one color and it's very one-dimensional. I love the Murakami flowers, and I love the multicolor scarves and towels and everything from this collection, but the bags were all single color. I wish they were multicolor. That would have been cool. You'll see it's stamped here. This one is actually made in Spain. The interior is this striped canvas material, and there is a date code in here. It is from the 17th week of 2010. This has brass hardware. It features the exact same details of the detachable strap. And I think the cool part of this is that it was for like a summer sort of beach collection, and it does seem like a very durable beachy material. So it would be good to like use to put accessories in your beach bag or whatever. As I mentioned, this bag retailed for $550 in 2010. I would put its value at between $800 and $1,000 today. People are pricing these at around $1,000 right now. Personally, I wouldn't pay over $800 for it. If you can find it below $800, I think it's a good deal and you should go for it. The collector in me would like to add the purple and the blue to my collection, just because like I feel like I need to check everything off of a list. It's a mental problem of mine, but like I said, this is my least favorite, so I'm not sure if I will be adding them. If I find one for a good deal though, I will pick it up, of course. That's just the way I work. That is all 9 of my Pochette Accessoires bags in my collection. So if I had bought all these bags for the original retail prices when they originally came out, they would have cost me around $3,900. On the conservative side today, if I were to price them on the conservative end of the ranges that I gave you, they would be worth around $9,300, which would be about 170% increase from that original retail price. If I were to price them at that midpoint between the ranges that I gave you, it would be about a 200% increase, and they would be worth around $10,500. And if I were to price them on the high end, it would be about a 220% difference from the original retail price, and it would put them at around the $11,500 range. So overall, I'll probably title this video something like $10,000 worth of pochettes. It's weird to think about because all of these pochettes I bought secondhand later in life. I remember them coming out when I was younger, and I remember wanting them, and I didn't have the money at the time to be buying a million handbags. But later in life, when I saw them for a good deal, a good price, I purchased them, and I've collected them over several years. So I think I never totaled up how much they were actually worth until I went to make this video, and I was like, holy crap, $10,000 worth of pochettes, that sounds pretty crazy. But I will say that this is one of my most used bags, because like a lot of times when I'm going out to dinner, to lunch, whatever, I grab an easy bag like that. I put my card case in it, whatever. I just think they're a really good grab and go bag. You can also put your stuff in it and throw it in a tote bag like I mentioned. So I think they're very functional. I think it's unfortunate that the basic monogram bag costs $12.90 today. They've definitely held their value over time. From what I paid for it to what they're worth today, I would say if I sold them today, I would probably make $3,000 to $4,000 on what I've paid for them. So I would definitely make a profit. My collector mentality definitely won't let me sell them. And I definitely have favorites though, like I've mentioned. So who knows what the future will hold. But I really, really, really love this bag. And it's very hard for me to let it go. In fact, I want to add to the collection. So what's missing that I want to add? I mentioned I love the 2001 Stephen Sprouse collection. I want to add the other 2 colorways of that if I can find them for good prices. I also actually really, really liked the Urs Fischer collaboration that came out. I thought that that bag was really cute, and if I could find that one for a good price, I would love to add the black and white version. I'm also open to the red one too. I like them both, but I think there were a lot of high-end details that justified a higher price point on that bag. A lot of the like vernis or patent leather versions of this bag I'm not interested in. I just don't gravitate towards vernis. I like the Kusama ones, but because they are patent leather, I'm not drawn to them. Oh, I want to add the Stephen Sprouse Roses one. That one is definitely on my list. They're going for high price points now though, which it's like a little outside what I want to spend for such a small bag. But if I did find one for a good deal, I would definitely go for the Roses one. So the rose print actually came out in the 2001 collection. It was designed by Stephen Sprouse, It was used on the ready-to-wear though, like a skirt. And then in the commemorative collection that was put together in his honor, they used the rose print on the bags. So I just think that rose print is very beautiful. It has so many colors. It's so bright. I love flowers. So that one is definitely on my list. Aside from that, tell me down below in the comments what your favorite pochette accessoires are. Which one's your favorite from my collection? Which one don't I own that you think I should own? And any other feedback I'd greatly appreciate. Thank you so much for joining me today and taking a look at a small piece of my collection. I hope you enjoyed it. Please look forward to one of my full collection videos in the future. I'd love to do obviously a full handbag collection. I want to do a full Murakami collection, SLG collection. I own so many SLGs. I don't know when I'm even gonna get to that because it's a lot of organizing to get it done, but I promise they are coming. Hopefully this one will hold you over for a little bit. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.